હવે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ આપણે મેં તમને કહ્યું હતું કે આપણે છે ને આખું એક પર્ટિક્યુલર લેક્ચરને રિવાઇઝ કરશું વધારે, બરાબર, પરંતુ એને બદલે મેં આખું જે ઇકોસિસ્ટમ ચેપ્ટર છે એને રિવાઇઝ કરવાનું છે અને આજના લેક્ચરમાં આપણે આખું ઇકોસિસ્ટમ ચેપ્ટર છે રિવાઇઝ કરશું, બરાબર છે. ઇટ્સ અ ક્વિક રિવિઝન ઓફ યોર ચેપ્ટર નંબર 15. ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ, વોટ ઇઝ ઇકોસિસ્ટમ? Ecosystem is actually the interaction between living and non-living organisms, living and non-living substance. That is called a ecosystem. Now, what is the component of the living and non-living? Actually, living component is, we can say, living organisms like plants, animals, microbes. These are the living components. And if we are talking about the non-living is concerned, inorganic substance, organic substance, as well as environmental factors like temperature, air, soil, light, etc. Okay. Now, particularly in this chapter, we have to go through the input of energy as well as output of energy, means energy transfer, productivity, decomposition, and nutrient cycling that we have to go through in this chapter. Now, first of all, we can say there is a two kind of ecosystem is there. That is, as well as two kind of ecosystem is concerned. It is natural and artificial. As far as natural is concerned, that is forest, grassland, river, ocean, right? Even natural pond. These are the natural ecosystem. If you are talking about artificial ecosystem is concerned, that is farmland, means apna khetar, then aquarium. These are the artificial ecosystems, right? And according to that ecosystem, there is a different kind of abiotic factors as well as biotic factors is there. According to the four aspects, we have to go through the ecosystem and its structure, particularly productivity, decomposition, as well as energy flow and nutrient cycling. Now, you see there is a stratification is concerned in the forest ecosystem. It is mentioned. તો ફોરેસ્ટ ઇકોસિસ્ટમનું જે સ્ટ્રેટિફિકેશન છે તો એમાં કેવું હોય કે લોંગ એન્ડ ટોલ ટ્રી હોય, એન્ડ ધેન આફ્ટર વી કેન સે small tree, shrub, herb and grass. So that is the stratification which is available into the forest. Now, if we are talking about the stratification in aquatic system is concerned, ઘણા બધા એવા જે તમારા રેફરન્સ બુક્સ હોય છે એમાં છે, ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં નથી આ, રાઈટ? એન્ડ સચ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ સ્ટ્રેટિફિકેશન ઇઝ ધેર ઇન ધ aquatic ecosystem like this. See, in the coastal area of that particular aquatic habitat, that is called as what? Littoral zone. Then after little bit deep, it's not a coastal one, but it's not even too much deep. That is limnatic zone. That is called as what? Limnatic zone. Then after the deep area, that is called a profundal zone. That is called a what? Profundal zone. And the area which is exactly the bottom, એકદમ bottom ઉપર હોય, એને શું કહેશું? Benthic zone. Now, according to that, suppose littoral zone છે એ coastal area છે અને ઓલમોસ્ટ એના બોટમ સુધી સનલાઇટ જાય અને એટલે ત્યાં પ્લાન્ટ્સ છે એ બોટમ સુધી અવેલેબલ હોય. Even in some of the area of limnatic, the plants will be available up to the bottom. But as far as profundal is concerned, it's a very much deep area, and that is why light availability is not there up to the bottom, and that is why profundal zone માં અમુક particular area સુધી જ તમને surface ઉપર અને surface nearby area માં જ પ્લાન્ટ્સ જોવા મળશે, નોટ અપ ટુ ધ બોટમ. અને બોટમમાં જે ઓર્ગેનિઝમ્સ છે એને બેન્થિક ઝોન કહેવામાં આવે. દેટ ઇઝ ધ સ્ટ્રેટિફિકેશન ઇન એક્વેટિક એરિયા. Now we have to go through the productivity. What exactly the productivity is? As far as productivity is concerned, in a given area, in a given particular time, the particular amount of production of organic substance, that is called a productivity, right? Particular given area માં કેટલા particular time માં production થાય છે organic substance નો, that is called a productivity. Now that productivity can be distinguished in, we can say, different types. That is gross primary productivity, it is GPP. In a given area, in a particular period of time, total production of organic substance through the photosynthesis, that is called at what? GPP. In a given period of time, total photosynthesis is synthesize the organic substance, that is called a gross primary productivity. It can be measured through gram per meter square per year. That is the, we can say, unit of it. And then after GPP minus respiratory loss is equal to NPP. Net primary productivity means what? Some of the organisms will be utilize their energy into the respiration, and now whatever the remaining energy out of GPP is called a net primary productivity. That net primary productivity will be stored as a biomass. Net primary productivity છે એ આપણે બોડીમાં ઓર ઓર્ગેનિઝમ્સમાં બાયોમાસની તરીકે એ એસ્ટાબ્લિશ થાય. Now secondary productivity, see, whatever the organic substance which is there at the consumer level, right, whatever the biomass is there at consumer level, that is called what? Secondary productivity. Okay, so primary productivity means gross primary productivity, net primary productivity, and secondary productivity. Okay, that three definitions that we have go through in that particular lecture. Then after, if we are talking about productivity is concerned, it depends upon the particular ecosystem. કેવી ઇકોસિસ્ટમ છે? સપોઝ ફોરેસ્ટ હોય તો એની ઇકોસિસ્ટમ હાયર હોય, ગ્રાસલેન્ડની મીડિયમ હોય અને ડેઝર્ટની એકદમ લોઅર હોય, બરાબર? એવી જ રીતે એક્વેટિક હેબિટેટ છે એની અંદર ક્યાં સુધી સનલાઇટ જાય છે એ પ્રમાણે એની પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી છે એ આપણને જોવા મળે. પછી એક નંબર્સ આપ્યા છે કે સી ટોટલ અર્થ છે એની પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી કેટલી? 170 બિલિયન ટન, રાઈટ? એ છે. અને આઉટ ઓફ 170 બિલિયન ટન, ocean particularly is cover how much area? More than 70%. But even though its productivity is just 55 billion ton, so remaining productivity is of terrestrial ecosystem. Okay, so that is the productivity. Now we have to talking about decomposition. As far as decomposition is concerned, there is a different stages is there. Means from complex to simple form conversion is called a decomposition. Okay, particularly fragmentation, leaching, catabolism, humification, and mineralization. Now as far as fragmentation is concerned, you see, first of all, what is detritus material? Detritus material means fallen leaves and the dead bodies of the plants and animals, that is act as a detritus material. That detritus material particularly, suppose આ પ્લાન્ટની કોઈ એમ કહેવાય કે ડાળી કે બીજું કંઈ ટુકડો છે, બરાબર? તો એનું શું થાય? તો કે એનું ફ્રેગમેન્ટેશન થાય, ટુકડા થાય. And that particular fragmentation is carried out by the detrivorous organisms like earthworm, right? And that will be converted it into the species and form into large to small particle. That is called what? Fragmentation. Now fragmentation, then after leaching. Now what happens? Some of the inorganic substance is concerned. This inorganic substance is now released from that particular after the fragmentation. Now it is diluted into the water, and then it's moved toward the inner part of the soil, and which is unavailable for the plants. કે કેટલું ડીપમાં એમ કહેવાય કે સોલ્યુબલ થઈ અને જતું રહ્યું કે જ્યાં પ્લાન્ટના રૂટ્સ છે એને એબ્સોર્બ કરી શકે નહીં. That is called as what? Leaching. Now catabolism, you know that complex is converted into the simple form, that is catabolism. મેં તમને humidification and mineralization માટે equation લખાવ્યા હતા કે complex organic matter is converted into the simple organic matter. Simple organic matter is called as humus, and that is why it is called a humification. And simple organic is converted into simple inorganic substance. That is called as what? That is called as mineralization, and that minerals can be now utilized by the plants. So that is the 5 steps of decomposition. Now decomposition rate will be determined by the environmental factors like a higher temperature and moisture will be increase the rate of decomposition. Various cold temperature as well as dry atmosphere will be decrease it. Second thing, the chemical nature of the detritus material. If it is polysaccharides like chitin, lignin, etc., in that case what happened? Its decomposition rate is slower, but nitrogenous substance decomposition is, we can say, faster. Even oxygen is available. If it is an aerobic condition, it is fast, but in anaerobic it is slower. So that is, we can say, decomposition. Now energy flow. As far as energy flow is concerned, you can see that as far as sun is concerned, out of this sunlight, what happened? What is photosynthetically active radiation? Like 400 to 700 nanometer. It is called what? PAR. It is photosynthetically active radiation, and that is somewhere around 50% out of total sunlight is concerned. Now from the total sunlight, 2 to 10% which is utilized into the photosynthesis by the plants. જો ટોટલ જે સનલાઇટ હતી એમાંથી જે PAR છે ફોટોસિન્થેટિકલી એક્ટિવ રેડિયેશન કેટલું છે ટોટલ રેડિયેશનમાંથી 50%. એ 50%માંથી 2 to 10% છે એ જ યુટિલાઇઝ થાય છે પ્લાન્ટ્સ દ્વારા, બરાબર છે. અને ધેન આફ્ટર ધેટ પર્ટિક્યુલર radiations or energy will be now transferred into the different kind of food chain, like we can say producers, consumers, etc. Now here we can say there is a mention about 2 kind of thermodynamics law. મેં તમને બંને thermodynamics law છે એનું ડિસ્ક્રાઇબ કર્યું હતું. ફર્સ્ટ thermodynamics law is the energy neither produce nor the destroy, but it's just converted from one form to the another form. That is the law of thermodynamics number 1. And thermodynamics law number 2, that is when the energy convert from one form to the another form, some of the amount of energy will be lost in the form of heat, and that is called as what? That is called as second law of thermodynamics, right? Now we have to go through the food chain. As far as food chain is concerned, first of all producers, then after herbivorous, and that is herbivorous is primary consumers. Then carnivorous, we can say first carnivorous, and that is secondary consumers, and second carnivorous, that is tertiary consumers. Okay, so that is first second and tertiary kind of we can say consumer level is there, and that is the food chain. મેં તમને 2 types of food chain છે એ ડિસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી હતી, and that's 2 types of food chain is actually GFC and DFC. Yes, grazing food chain and detritus food chain. As far as grazing food chain is concerned, we can say it start with producers like grass. પછી મેં તમને કીધું herbivores, the first grasshopper, then first carnivorous is frog and second carnivorous is snake. Okay, that is grazing food chain. But if it start with microbes like bacteria and fungi, it's decomposed, it start with decomposers, that is called a detritus food chain, because its feeding source is detritus material, that is why it is called a detritus food chain. Okay, so there is main 2 kind of food chain is. Now as far as food chain is concerned, some of the organisms can be connected as far as food source is concerned with different kind of animals, and that is why that is a net like structure is formed, or web like structure is formed, that is called a food web. Okay, now we can say trophic level. Particularly what is trophic level is concerned, that the based on the source of the nutrients food, based on the source of the food is concerned, organisms occupy a particular position into the ecosystem, and that is called what? That is called a trophic level. Like you see, as far as trophic level of producer is concerned, is first. Now second trophic level of herbivorous, third trophic level is first carnivorous or secondary consumers, fourth trophic level is tertiary consumers or secondary, right? It's a trophic level. First, second, third and fourth, it's a trophic level. આવી ટાઈપનું ડાયાગ્રામ તમારી ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં છે, બરાબર. Now particularly it is mentioned that standing crop. Standing crop means what? Standing crop is concerned at any time, particularly standing crop is at a particular time, sorry, not any time, at a particular time, whatever the amount of living matter is available into the each trophic level, whatever the amount of living matter is available in each trophic level is called a standing crop. બરાબર, તમે જોજો particular time, at a particular time each trophic level is consist a particular amount of living matter. We can say it's a biomass, gram per meter square per year. We can say it's a measurement of the standing crop is. Now particularly the ecological pyramid is concerned. The ecological pyramid is distinguished in 3 types, that is pyramids of numbers, pyramids of biomass and pyramids of, we can say, energy. As far as pyramid of numbers is concerned, generally what happens in typical situation, producers number is highest, then after less number is herbivorous, then less, then that primary is secondary, and secondary is less than, tertiary is less than the secondary. You can see the numbers which is given in your text. તમારી ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં જે નંબર આપ્યા છે એ તમારે સવારે હાઈએસ્ટ પ્રોડ્યુસર્સના, એટલે કે ફર્સ્ટ ટ્રોપિક લેવલની નંબર્સ હોય, એનાથી ઓછી સેકન્ડરીની, એનાથી ઓછી થર્ડ, એનાથી ઓછી ફોર્થ, બરાબર. એવું જ બાયોમાસમાં હોય છે. બટ યુ સી ઇટ્સ ઇન ટિપિકલ સિચ્યુએશન. બટ કેટલીક સિચ્યુએશન એવી છે, તમને બાયોમાસનો ત્રીજો એક પિરામિડ આપ્યો છે, એમાં એક્વેટિક ઇકોસિસ્ટમ લાઈક ઓશન છે, તો એમાં ફાઇટોપ્લેન્ક્ટન્સ હોય ને એનો બાયોમાસ બહુ ઓછો હોય, કેમ કે એની સાઇઝ ખૂબ માઇન્યુટ છે. એટલે પ્રોડ્યુસર્સ છે એનું નંબર્સ કે બાયોમાસ ઓછા, અને એની ઉપર જે ઝૂ પ્લેન્ક્ટન્સ છે અને ફિશિસ છે, ઇટ્સ અ વી કેન સે સેકન્ડ ટ્રોપિક લેવલ ઓર હર્બીવોરસ, એનો બાયોમાસ છે એ વધારે હોય તો એનો ઇન્વર્ટેડ પિરામિડ્સ આવે જે તમને ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં આપ્યો છે. અને પછી તમે જોશો તો એનર્જી પિરામિડ છે. એનર્જી પિરામિડમાં શું છે, નંબર્સ આપ્યા છે તમારી ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં, જુઓ. પ્રોડ્યુસર્સ છે એમાં 10,000 જૂલ એની એનર્જી છે, બરાબર. એમાંથી 10% જ આગળ જાય છે, હર્બીવોરસની 1000 જૂલ. એના પછી ફર્સ્ટ કાર્નિવોરસ ઓર સેકન્ડરી કન્ઝ્યુમર્સની એટલે કે થર્ડ ટ્રોપિક લેવલની કેટલી ખાલી 100 જૂલ, અને પછી ટોપ ટ્રોપિક લેવલ ફોર્થ ટ્રોપિક લેવલની કેટલી તો કે 10 જૂલ. તો આ રીતે આપણને એનર્જી પિરામિડ છે ઓલવેઝ કેવા આવે, અપરાઇટ જ આવે. ધારો કે બાકીના જે છે નંબર્સ અને બાયોમાસના પિરામિડ એ અપરાઇટ ઓર ઇન્વર્ટેડ આવે, બટ એનર્જી પિરામિડ ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ અપરાઇટ. આ ધ્યાન રાખજો. પછી કોન્ટ્રાવર્સીઝ આપી છે કે સી એઝ ફાર એઝ ધ પિરામિડ ઇઝ કન્સર્ન વી કેન સે એનર્જી વેબ ઇઝ નોટ કન્સિડર. સપોઝ તમને કહું કે સ્પેરો છે કેન બી ઓક્યુપાઈડ ડિફરન્ટ ટ્રોપિક લેવલ એટ ધ સેમ ટાઈમ into the same habitat. So in that case what happened, મતલબ કે સ્પેરો છે એ જીવડાઈ ખાય અને દાણાઈ ખાય, એટલે હર્બીવોરસ છે અને કાર્નિવોરસ છે, તો તમે એને કઈ રીતે પિરામિડ્સ બનાવશો, અને એને લીધે there is some controversy regarding to that particular is. Okay, then after particularly we can say there is a ecological cessation. Ecological cessation is concerned particularly along with the changes in the environment. The biotic community can be changed by the time, right? Environmental conditions કોઈ દી એક સરખી યુનિવર્સલ હોતી નથી. If the environmental condition is changed, then definitely the biotic as well as abiotic components will be definitely changed. And that particular kind of successive changes which is taken place into the biotic community, that is called what? That is called ecological cessation. Now that particular ecological cessation is concerned you see that it start with pioneer community. And thereafter when is achieve the equilibrium with that ecosystem, that is called what? Community, climax community, right? And there is a serial stages which takes place in between the pioneer and the climax community is. Okay, start with હંમેશા સ્ટાર્ટ થાય શું કહેવાય? પાયોનિયર કોમ્યુનિટી. જ્યારે ઇક્વિલિબ્રિયમ એસ્ટાબ્લિશ થાય ત્યારે શું કહેવાય? ક્લાઇમેક્સ કોમ્યુનિટી. અને વચ્ચેના સ્ટેજીસ છે એના સિરિયલ સ્ટેજીસ ઓર સિરીઝ કહેવાય. ઓકે, નાઉ દેર ઇઝ ટુ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ વી કેન સે ecological cessation is, that is primary and secondary. Primary cessation means it's happened where there is no any or living organism is there. જે કોઈ લિવિંગ ઓર્ગેનિઝમ છે જ નહીં એવી જગ્યાએ થાય તો એને શું કહેવાય? તો કે એને કહેવાય પ્રાઇમરી kind of ecological cessation. Now primary ecological cessation is concerned which happened into the bare rock as well as we can say after the volcanic eruption, if the lava is spread over that particular area. તો આ બધામાં શું હોય છે કે ત્યાં ક્યારેય ઓર્ગેનિઝમ્સ હોય જ નહીં, એટલે જસ્ટ હજી સ્ટાર્ટ જ કરવાના છે. સોઇલથી માંડીને બધા જ ફેક્ટર્સ એસ્ટાબ્લિશ કરવાના. દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ વોટ? તો કે પ્રાઇમરી ઇકોલોજીકલ સેશન. અને એને ક્લાઇમેક્સ કોમ્યુનિટી સુધી પહોંચતા સુધી સમ મિલિયન્સ ઓફ યર્સ ઇઝ ટેકન, 1000 ઓર મિલિયન યર્સ ઇઝ ટેકન. બટ એઝ ફાર એઝ સેકન્ડરી ઇકોલોજીકલ સેશન ઇઝ કન્સર્ન, જ્યાં પહેલેથી કોઈ લિવિંગ ઓર્ગેનિઝમ્સ હોય તો ઓર્ગેનિઝમ્સ વેર એક્ઝિસ્ટ બટ સમ આઉટ ઇટ ઇઝ ડિસ્ટ્રોય, and such kind of cessation is called what? Secondary, like abandoned farmland, then overgrazing, then fire into the forest, flood, etc. These are the reason that why the organism has been destroyed. So that is why the climatic factor is almost suitable for that. Just they have to establish over there according to that environment. So it will rapid as compared to the primary one. Okay, now the ecological cessation of the plant is concerned. મેં તમને એના સસેસિવ લેયર્સ છે એ કહેતા હતા, એક હાઇડ્રોસીરી and or hydrach and exarch. As far as hydrach is concerned, then that is phytoplankton stage. Then after aquatic submerged. Then after free floating. Then after we can say red swim, reed swim, marsh meadow, and then after particularly scrub and ultimately forest. Okay, so these are the stages which is given over here in and ultimately forest. Okay, so these are the stages of hydrarch as far as exarch is concerned, which is available in the sandy and bare rock kind of ecological area. Now in that case what happened, it start with crustose lichen stage. The crustose lichen stage is followed by which? Foliose lichen stage, and foliose lichen stage is followed by we can say mossy stage, then herb, serb, then herb, and then we can say woody trees, and ultimately forest. Okay, so such kind of ecological situation is taken place. Now we have to go through the nutrient cycling. As far as nutrient cycling is concerned, particularly it is mentioned that the constant first of all standing state જુઓ, સ્ટેન્ડિંગ સ્ટેટ અને સ્ટેન્ડિંગ ક્રોપ વચ્ચેનો તમે ડિફરન્સ જુઓ. આમાં શું હતો? પર્ટિક્યુલર ટાઈમ, અહીંયા એની ટાઈમ આવશે, રાઈટ. ધ સ્ટેન્ડિંગ ક્રોપમાં હતું કે લિવિંગ મચ બેટર છે, એનું જે એમ કહેવાય કે એમાઉન્ટ છે એ ઇન એની ઓર ઇચ ટ્રોફિક લેવલ એમ હતું. આમાં શું છે કે લિવિંગ મેટર નહીં, બટ ઇનઓર્ગેનિક સબસ્ટન્સ છે એનો એમાઉન્ટ એના કહેવાય કે સોઇલમાં, એટલે ઓલું લિવિંગ મેટર કેમાં હતું? ઇચ ટ્રોફિક લેવલ, મતલબ ઓર્ગેનિઝમ્સમાં હતું. આમાં સોઇલમાં જે છે કેલ્શિયમ, નાઇટ્રોજન, ફોસ્ફરસ, સલ્ફર કાઇન્ડ ઓફ, રાઈટ. સો દેટ ઇઝ વાય સ્ટેન્ડિંગ સ્ટેટ ઇઝ at any time whatever the amount of inorganic substance which is available within the soil, that is called at what? Standing state. Okay, now there is a biogeochemical cycle is the another term is indicate over there. Now as far as this nutrient cycling is concerned, which is two types. One type is we can say sedimentary cycle, another is gaseous cycle. Gaseous cycle, their source is available in gaseous form, right, like oxygen cycle, carbon cycle, etc. And sedimentary cycle means જેનો earth crust માં source છે, like phosphorus and sulfur, that is sedimentary cycle. Now carbon cycle is concerned, you can see that carbon cycle out of that in the dry weight of our body 49% is the carbon, right. Now even in the earth 71% carbon is available into the ocean, into the diluted solution is concerned. Now it is the only source of the carbon dioxide which is available into the atmosphere, but in the atmosphere only 1% of the carbon dioxide is there. Some of the carbons can be is not available for the organisms because of its sediment at the bottom itself. Okay, then after particularly what is the other source of the carbon is, that is fossil fuels and the we can say combustion as well as fire of the forest, etc. That will be the another source of carbon, and even through the respiration we can release the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Then after we can say particularly phosphorus cycle is concerned. As far as phosphorus cycle, phosphorus is available in the biomembranes as well as nucleic acid as well as we can say ATP means energy source. Even it is available in our body like in teeth, in the bones as well as in the cells of some organisms. Not only that, it is available in the bare rock. Through the weathering process, the phosphorus is diluted into the soil solution. Through the soil solution it is absorbed by the plants. Now plants will be utilizing their internal structures. Now through the food chain and food web it is transferred to the and in that case such kind of cycling is continuous for the phosphorus is. Now there is a comparison is given between the phosphorus and carbon cycle. Just you have to go through it. And the ecosystem service છે એમાં રોબર્ટ કોન્ટેઝાએ જે એની વેલ્યુઝ આપી છે એના નંબર્સ તમારે લર્ન કરવાના છે. સો દેટ ઇઝ ધ રિવિઝન ઓફ કમ્પ્લીટ ચેપ્ટર નંબર 14. હવે નેક્સ્ટ લેક્ચરમાં આપણે ચેપ્ટર નંબર 15 છે એને સ્ટાર્ટ કરશું.